of Desu's video. From Twitchcon, Ironmouse situation. I mean, it's sad. It's sad what TwitchCon is doing, what Twitch is doing with Mousy. But let's get into it. Let's get into more of what Twitch did wrong at TwitchCon, which makes me more glad I didn't go. Shoot.
TwitchCon 2025 might have concluded in San Diego 2 days ago, but the drama and controversy stemming from this event have not stopped. In fact, it's gotten a lot worse as people have shared their experience as a content creator at this event. We already know some of the controversies we've covered in the past couple of videos, but we have some new ones, more concerns about the incompetence of Twitch's CEO, Dan Clancy, and also the incompetence of his staff, particularly the security, and also people are expressing concerns about some experiences shared by VTubers, including Ironmouse, at this event, who, in my opinion, I think was, at the very least, let down by Twitch staff, or even worse, possibly taken advantage of and stolen from at this event.
Why can't Mousy catch a break? Poor Mousy. She cannot catch a break. She literally was stolen from Muffy Sojo. Jojo stole charity funds from her. Charity funds. Actual charity funds. And now you got actual Twitch stealing more stuff from her. It's like, Mousy just cannot catch a break. And I pray God is with Mousy and protects her and actually helps her get through this and help everybody get what they need to get. Everybody, and help her get the gifts that originally help her eventually get more gifts than what originally she got at TwitchCon.
Now we'll get into all that stuff in just a second, but you guys are all aware of the Emiru situation. She was assaulted live during a meet and greet, and that raised a lot of concerns about security and just really the competence of their staff, who allowed this person to simply walk out of the event after assaulting someone who's made the platform millions upon millions of dollars. But It appears that Twitch really doesn't want to have a lot of conversations about this because they are actively blocking people on social media through their official Twitter account, which is very bizarre behavior to say the least. But one of the VTubers who had a interesting...
Damn! Twitch actually blocking people. Twitch, what are you doing? You're blocking people just for speaking the truth? That is sad, Twitch. That is sad. You guys need to get your priorities straight. I understand you gotta make your bag, be on Twitch like I'm doing, make your bag if it's the only way you can make your bag. I understand that. But come on, Twitch, you can't be doing this. You can't be like, oh, let's block you to speaking the truth. No, Twitch, you gotta get your shit together. I mean, YouTube ain't much better, but still, Twitch, get your crap together.
Experience at TwitchCon 2025 was Chibidoki, a very popular indie VTuber. We talked about this briefly the other day, but I'm bringing it up because we have a bit of a follow-up to this. So she shared two things. Number one, that her meet and greet came to a very sudden end, and she thought, oh, that was it. That was all the people who were coming up. But it turns out that the staff told people in the line that she was sick, even though she wasn't sick. Very weird. But she also shared something that has to do with security concerns, where she was forced to unmask herself and show her face in front of a crowd to verify that it is in fact her.
Oh, I thought it was just in front of private Twitch staff. They forced her to unmask in a crowd? Oh, no, Twitch. Oh, no. No, Twitch. No. That's even worse than what I thought. Twitch, no. Twitch, no. You don't do that. Yeah, Dan Clancy with this masked girl because she wanted to say sickness. Yeah, don't force Chibidoki, who's having wearing a mask for actual specific reason, to actually protect her in anonymity and keep her identity safe. Don't force her to unmask and reveal her identity. All Twitch. Get your act together. Get your act together. I feel so bad for Chibidoki. I feel so bad for her. I feel so bad for her. Now, hopefully, no one took pictures. Hopefully, God can keep her safe. Because, like I said, we heard with Camilla a few years ago. I believe it was last year, the year before last, when she was at TwitchCon. Someone gave her a gift with a tracker in it. They tracked her to where she lived at. They started banging on her house with a sledgehammer. They wanted to know who Camilla was. And this is why these VTubers hide under masks and stuff like that, because they don't want people knowing they are. They want to go outside and just be like, oh, I can be a normal person.
At this convention, which is obviously a security concern for someone like many other VTubers who doesn't want to show their face to the public. And they put her at an unnecessary risk because they believed...
I'm a VTuber that has shown my face, so I could care less. I've shown my face. I've done the face reveal, so I could care less. But I understand why certain VTubers don't want to, because it is a safety risk. It is a security risk.
That was part of the verification process, and they had to actually do that to verify it's her. But that seems like a load of baloney, looking at some recent events here. So, the streamer Neon, this is a new clip, he convinced staff at TwitchCon that he was a completely different content creator and even took over his booth. And in case you're wondering, this is not some mistaken identity. The guy who he took the booth from is a black man. So, like, they look nothing alike. He just walked in and was like, yup, I'm that guy, give me my booth. And they just gave him the booth. So they're making VTubers unmask themselves.
Wow, he took someone else's booth? Wow. And he's not even the same race. He's not even the same skin color. Yet he took another person's booth. Twitch just wasn't. You didn't need to verify who you was. You were just trying to get her unmasked, so you're gonna put her safety at risk. Twitch, get your stuff together. Well, I understand if you gotta make your bag on Twitch, I'm not mad at you. Like, I need to make my bag too. But this isn't right. This is not right. This is incompetence at the highest degree. Twitch needs to get their stuff together. They need to fix TwitchCon. I don't even think I want to go to TwitchCon next year. I'm much rather go to any other convention or even go to Japan before I go to TwitchCon.
But people like Neon are just walking up and taking other streamers' booths with absolutely no verification process. It's literally insane, the levels of incompetence. But as I hinted at earlier, there's some more issues involving VTubers. This time, it is Ironmouse. And Ironmouse is someone, it's like a pretty good litmus test of how things are. If you're mistreating Ironmouse, man, I have like no confidence in what you're doing. She is someone who already deals with her own health issues, and also she's coming off a very rough couple of months. In case you don't know, especially for the people who are not familiar with VTubers, she's one of the biggest VTubers in the world, and she was a part of a VTuber agency called VShojo. And back in the summer, she announced that she was leaving VShojo because part of a big subathon she did, she was doing a 50-50 split where 50% of the revenue was going to go to a charity of her choice, which is the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Turns out, VShojo never delivered the money. They were in control of her payouts on Twitch.
Never delivered the money. Stole it. They bragged. They were at the Immune Deficiency Foundation with her and stuff like that. And Gunrun bragged that he was with her and he was proud of her. But he stole the money and never gave it to them. And then on top of that, so the money from her, he also never paid her. They never paid any of their talents. So yeah, they stole charity money, did all this horrible stuff, and now Mousy is done with Twitch. Oh, Twitch, what are you doing? And I saw how Mousy was forced to apologize. Mousy shouldn't have to apologize for anything, because this wasn't Mousy's fault. This was Twitch's fault. Twitch should be held accountable.
And they never delivered the $500,000 that was supposed to go to charity. It never made its way. on top of that, they seem to have been also withholding some of her payments, which I would imagine is in the at least hundreds of thousands of dollars. So overall, I think it's very easy to say there might have been 7 figures she was never paid, whether it was for her charity or for her own revenue, which is obviously horrible. And VShojo very swiftly imploded. It was the quickest speed run of a VTuber agency you'll ever see. In 24 hours, the whole thing imploded. Everyone came out with their own stories saying, yeah, I didn't get paid either. We've been owed X, Y, and Z for months and months and months, and VShojo's just been incompetent. It was a whole mess. But I say that because she is a guest, obviously doing virtual meet and greets at this event. She was also part of, I think, a concert and some other stuff. She was very involved in TwitchCon 2025. And I say all these things about VShojo and everything going on with her because, like, obviously it's been a stressful couple of months. Yeah, and, well, they're just adding on to it because apparently the staff at TwitchCon threw away gifts from her fans. Yup, they just hucked them in the trash, which, you know, there's not just a monetary value to these gifts that people took time to give to her, but also people made her things. You know, they put a lot of thought and effort into giving her these gifts as a show of appreciation for who she is and all the things she does. And Twitch staff, they hucked it. They
hucked it. They straight up hucked it. Like, oh, this is trash. Trash, 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 trash. Which I understand people like, well, maybe some people bought it. Some people made these gifts. I know people that go to cons and make stuff to give people. I know some that make stuff to give voice actors. They make stuff to give people they really admire. I do know how many things I've gotten from conventions from desk people made. Like I got a materia ball from Colossal Con, a green materia ball someone made. I got a Shinra bracelet someone made. And I'll be mad if I was a guest and someone made all these gifts for me, and then they threw them away and didn't send them to me. They like, well, this is all trash. Let's just all throw this away. You don't need this. You don't care about the sentimental value. We're just gonna throw it away. What the heck, Twitch? What the heck? And then Ironmouse. Bless Mousie's heart. Bless Mousie's heart. She was the one that felt like she had to come out and apologize. Mousy shouldn't have to apologize for what you're doing, Twitch. It's not Mousie's fault. It's your own fault for your incompetent staff, security, and just your higher ups just not caring.
Threw it in the trash. And here's her tweet talking about it. I deeply apologize to all the VTubers and the fans who had meet and greets at the VTuber booth this year. It breaks my heart to know staff threw out all the gifts. I should have known better than to trust them and taking care of everything ahead of time. I am so sorry, everyone. And you can see everyone saying, like, it's not your fault. It's absolutely not her fault. You shouldn't have to anticipate incompetence like this at an event where they should be taking care of you.
You shouldn't have to.
You know, just, this is all hypothetical. I can't prove anything, but there have been cases in the past with situations like this at conventions, not just TwitchCon, but conventions generally, where the people attending it, the people doing meet and greets, the content creators participating, they have gifts go missing. Well, it's not just because they're getting thrown out, it's because people are taking them. The staff is taking them for themselves. I think that's a very real possibility. But either way, at the end of the day, she didn't get what she was supposed to receive from her fans. And to think that they either A, through incompetence, threw all the gifts out, or the next option, which is someone took these items. Either way, it's really, really bad, and you couldn't do it to a person that would anger more people. Right?
You can't take gifts. You can't throw them out. Mousy is a nice person. Mousy's one of Twitch's biggest content creators. One of their biggest. And you're gonna sit here and do this to her? One of your I'm not surprised with what they did, how they treated Emiru, that they would treat Mousy no better. Twitch is showing they don't care about any of their content creators, whether they're big or small. They're like look at Mousy and Emerald, two of the biggest female Twitch streamers on the platform, both getting treated like crap at their event, TwitchCon. Both getting treated like crap, both getting done wrong, both getting everything done wrong. It's sad. It's sad. Twitch, get your stuff together. Twitch, get your stuff together.
Right? Like, of all the content creators you're going to screw over, you chose Ironmouse.
Exactly.
Terrible decision by whoever at the Twitch staff who was involved with this. But it gets worse because she was not the only one this happened to. This also happened to Henya the Genius, who's also a former VShojo member, who also left very quickly and was owed things from the company as well in that gigantic disaster. But she also said this: unfortunately, due to miscommunication or misunderstanding, any gifts or presents given to my meet and greet were disposed by the venue staff. What are we doing? I mean, at this point, like,
Twitch?
even this happening to...
Oh, and there's my girl, Smug. There's my girl, Smug Alana. The smuggiest of Alana. The smuggiest of Alanas. Oh, man, do I love you, Smug Alana. But yeah, this is just wrong. That is just wrong. I mean, Twitch, get your stuff together. You can't be doing this. This is not right. Even if your staff did take it, it still don't make it right, Twitch. It don't make it right. It don't make it right, Twitch. You gotta get your stuff together. You can't be throwing around gifts that you will hard work they made for the people they admire, just because you're like, well, we don't want to send it to them. We don't have to ship it to them. We don't have to do any of that. Twitch, what is your staff thinking? Who do you have staffing your events? This makes me never want to go to a TwitchCon. This makes me never want to go to TwitchCon.
One person is already very suspicious and really a really bad look, but happening twice, and I'm sure probably to other VTubers as well. This is crazy. This is such a terrible look for Twitch, and a lot of people are looking around and they're like, Dan Clancy, CEO,
Clancy,
what are you doing?
Clancy.
There have been a lot of people talking about this guy. In fact, there's a lot of tweets that are going viral right now asking for him to step down, listing out the many things that people are...
Please step down, Dan Clancy. Please step down, Dan Clancy. You gotta step down. You're not a good fit for Twitch to be its CEO. I mean, those are some big red flags. Lax security at TwitchCon is a big red flag. Encouraging live birth streams. That is really bad. Inconsistent ban and unban enforcement, really bad, and there's a lot of that. Self-promotion and streamer I get that all the time in self-promotion in my chat for people self-promoting stuff they shouldn't be self-promoting. Bot lurker algorithm problem, that's another big problem. They changed the bot lurker problem to where now if you have two streams open, only one of them you'll be counted as a viewer in them, which is the active window one. And then the one that's not the active window, you won't be counted as a lurker in. And they also changed it to where if you're not actively looking at the window or actively in the chat, you're not counted as a lurker. Which is why now a lot of Twitch streamers like myself have that channel bot, have that channel point redeem for one channel point. Your lurkers should be counted as lurkers because Twitch has now destroyed the way lurkers used to be counted, because Twitch don't want to count the lurkers. They count them as bots because they said the only small streamers are botting streams. When some of their biggest Twitch streamers were botting their channels. They were botting their channels for views. It's like I've never botted. I wanted to bot once, and I thought about it. And I was like, nah, that's just not me. So I wanted to bot once, and I didn't do it. I didn't go through with it. But botting doesn't do anything to help you out. You're not actually getting actual engagement. You may be getting the views, but you're not getting actual engagement. And then the whole adpocalypse, yeah, the Twitch is going through a whole adpocalypse. This guy needs to step down.
Attributing to his quote unquote legacy at Twitch as the head of the ship over there. But yeah, the lack of security and the incompetence of the Twitch staff at TwitchCon is just, it's inexcusable. And when you have situations like this play out, someone's got to be accountable. Someone's got to answer to everything going on. And Dan Clancy doesn't seem like he wants to handle much of anything. In fact, he spent most of TwitchCon hanging around, and as we'll look at in just a second, hanging around a lot of young women and partying and doing all these things, including wearing this weird Roblox chain. Like, brother, have you been watching the news? Like, Roblox is in like huge trouble. In fact,
I know Roblox is in huge trouble. They have a huge pedophile problem on there. A huge pedo problem on there. That's what I said. If I ever have kids, they're not playing no Roblox, no nothing like that. The multiplayer is a Switch or Switch 2 or whatever Nintendo console at the time. We're not playing any Roblox, anything like that, and I'm keeping them away from all that kind of stuff whenever I do have kids.
In fact, today there have been indictments issued for people who were abusing kids in that game. Exactly. But you chose, of all the games, Roblox is what you want to wrap around your neck. Okay, interesting choice. But people are bringing up other stuff about Dan Clancy. You can see this tweet from Tectone sharing a message from Dan Clancy's Facebook back in 2016. And as pointed out here by Tectone, it makes a lot of sense that Twitch banned President Donald Trump because he had this to say back in 2016. Alas, the shame of it is that since we are so polarized as a country in what we read in the media, many Trump supporters would never see an article like this. Alas, I wanted to say Trump is an idiot, but if we were only so lucky, he is so much worse and much more dangerous as an idiot. While he won't win, his vile mouth will further polarize what is already a polarized country, making it even harder to govern over the next 4 years. So Dan Clancy's not only making it very clear he thinks the president is stupid and he probably doesn't have a lot of good things to say about people who voted for him, but he's also wrong. Not once, but twice, because Trump would win the 2016 election as well as the 2024 election.
God bless Trump. God bless Trump.
So, good call by Dan Clancy, but it's divisive stuff like this that really is telling, and the fact that he also banned Donald Trump's Twitch account at the time, which I don't even know if he was using it, but still, it was a very petty move and clearly politically motivated.
Very petty.
But there's a lot more going on. Here's a clip. This guy, or these group of guys, were FaceTiming, and there was this girl, this young woman, and she was sitting next to Dan Clancy, who's probably 3 times her age. Now, of course, I'm not some Twitter freak who's going to be accusing him of...
Are you freaking... She's 3 times your age, man. That's not right. Oh, Gooner Clancy. Oh, Gooner Clancy. Get your... Yeah, this man needs to step down. This man needs to step down. This man is not a good fit for CEO of Twitch. And Twitch says they want to be all-inclusive to people. All-inclusive to people. And there's the one group they don't want to be inclusive to, anyone on the right, anyone that's a Christian. They don't want to be all-inclusive to Christians and those on the right. I mean, they won't tell Christians they can't be on their platform, but they will try to shut them up and ban them from the platform if they start going against what these extremist leftists are saying. Like Dan I want me to try Dan Clancy start banning people like that because Dan Clancy's one of them.
Things because there's a big age gap. These are legal aged women he's been hanging out with, not just at this TwitchCon, but for many years. But I point it out because two reasons. Number one, he's like a married man with kids.
Married man.
It's a bit weird to be hanging out with like young women all the time, like who are like 20 years old when you're like around 70. Like I think that's weird. I'm not going to accuse you of anything, but it is.
I mean, I'm not going to accuse you of anything either, Dan Clancy, but that is so weird. Especially when you say you got a wife and kids at home. How do your wife and kids feel about that? How do your kids feel about that? Do you have any daughters? How do they feel about that? Do they feel like, Dad, that's uncomfortable? That's not right, Dad? That's inappropriate? I mean, come on. You got to have some self-decency, man.
Strange, especially as a married man. But the thing that I really bring that up for is the fact that all these fires are going on at TwitchCon, and this is what he's doing. He's out partying with girls a third his age. Like, it's just, it's very odd priorities. And it gets even worse because these claims have been backed up by other people who were at the TwitchCon for 2025. And they were saying they spent a lot of time hanging out with young women and partying.
Told that she was sick and that she couldn't see any more people, but she was completely fine. And then they also threw away the gifts the viewers got for her. And I was like, what the is going on? Yeah, I've heard like this one was crazy. I heard Dan Clancy was out a lot of nights with young girls around him, which whatever, man. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But like, it just felt like this con felt so weird, man. Whatever. Like I mean, last year I told myself I don't like TwitchCon, and so many people were like, "Why do you like TwitchCon?" And I'm like, "Well, how long do we have?" But even more problems end up popping up, and really, I think that this is going to be one of the last TwitchCons that people go to. The attendance this year was terrible,
and I'm right there with this guy. Like I think we agree. Like, you do you, man.
I mean, you do you, Dan Clancy. You do you. But honestly, I don't think I'll be going to any more of your TwitchCon. I don't think I'll ever go to TwitchCon now. I mean, after the disaster, I'm kind of glad I didn't go. I mean, I probably would have got a fight with someone if I saw what they did to Emeru if I was there. I would have been like, you just do that? Do you want me to beat your ass? Do you want me to punch you? Oh, God. Then I would have got banned from TwitchCon. So it's like, yeah, I don't think I ever want to go to TwitchCon. I don't think I ever do. I don't think TwitchCon's going. Honestly, I think TwitchCon's going to implode on itself and not be around much longer. Especially if Gunnar Clancy keeps being in control of it. I mean, this man. I mean, sure, that's what you want to do, hang out with young girls. To each your own, but it's not right, and I'm not accusing anything. But if you have any daughters, I wonder how they feel, Dan Clancy. I wonder how they feel.
You can do whatever you want. You're not breaking the law or anything, but it just seems like a little weird. But also, it's like your priorities are really screwed up. Like TwitchCon 2025 had a lot of disasters. It was a really bad experience for a lot of people who did not deserve anything that happened to them. They didn't deserve the incompetence of the Twitch staff, whether it was security or just generally.
Exactly.
And the head of the ship, the guy who's supposed to be running everything and keeping things in control,
exactly,
he's out partying with 20-year-olds.
Exactly.
What are we doing? Like, man, you need to take some accountability and actually run this platform in this convention, which is now going down probably as the worst TwitchCon. I heard the attendance wasn't good, and on top of that, you have all the controversies involving many different content creators who have made Twitch a lot of money. And don't undersell that, right? They should treat everyone well as a content creator on their platform, but especially when we're talking about some of these people like Emiru or Ironmouse.
Especially with Emiru or Ironmouse. They have made them a lot of money. This is how they treat them. This is how they treat him. Twitch is incompetent. Which I have no problem, like I said, with you making your bag on Twitch. I gotta make my bag on Twitch. But at the same time, Twitch needs to get their stuff together. It's not right, Twitch. Get your stuff together, Twitch. This is not right. You need the Dan Clancy to get his priorities straight. You need to get his priorities straight. Or get rid of this man. Amazon, get rid of Dan Clancy. Get rid of him. Hire somebody that actually cares about its content creators. Or in the Hassan Orbiter. Shoot.
Made Twitch millions and millions of dollars. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, please. And this guy's going around just doing whatever he wants, like acting like a frat bro. It's weird. It's weird, and it's a mix-up of priorities. And I don't know if he realizes this. Like, he's on the hot seat. Dan Clancy is in the hot seat. I think it's amazing he's still the CEO of Twitch, despite everything. The numbers going down across the platform steadily over the past year or two. Also, the fact that Twitch is still not profitable for its parent company, Amazon.
Exactly.
Still not. Like, they're making billions, and they still can't turn a profit for Amazon. It's crazy. How is this guy still the CEO? It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. But that's really the updates for today. That is some more news coming out of TwitchCon. I'm sure it's not the end of it. And if there's anything else significant, we will go over it in a future video. But for now, that's going to do this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Check out Rev Desu, people. Check out Rev Desu. Check out Rev Desu. Good content creator. Love the brother. Love the brother. He's a great content creator. Check him out.